So I'll just nod, I guess. If you. So what I did was I changed how things were weighted here under the weighted total. Edit column information. You can see that we have these it's going by categories. It calls them columns, but they're actually the categories here. So we have Excel. So this is where you change your lowest grades being dropped and the percentage of each one's worth. So that's where that would happen. And again, that's edit column information. And if you need to pop anything in and out of a category, something doesn't calculate properly, if you want to count something, you go to column organization, your manage tab here, and as you can see, what I did was I just selected all these as they're Excel. Remember, we can't, for whatever reason, Blackboard will not allow us to put a calculated grade in the final weighted total. So we have to just go by the categories instead. So that's how I did that. So to change a category, or if you need to add anything into it, select them and then select your category here. A couple of these this is actually a good thing that we're here, because I made an extra category. I probably didn't need to, but it's called tests, and there's test. Just make sure that we're using either one or the other for whatever we need. So that's how I changed that. And then as for your individual averages of all of these columns, what I did was we just made a total column, which reminds me that we will create a final total as well of just points, because I believe you wanted that as well, correct? Or do you just want the weighted total at the end, the average one?
Yeah, there'll be a weighted total.
Oh, okay, but not like a points running total?
Well, yeah, we can do a running one as they can see their current.
They're the point values. Okay, so I'll be sure to set that up as well. So the totals will just calculate, since they're not doing anything as far as averaging, you'll see that it just goes by columns. So it's just Excel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bonus added up. So this is where you'd either put this, you could either choose to add this or remove the Excel bonus. You can pop it in and out of that column if you want.
Because if you tell it to drop 2, that bonus will be dropped all the time.
Right.
I don't want it to be dropped at all.
Right. So. Yeah. So, so that's like your choice. But just keep in mind that that's there now, can be removed if it needs to be. Submit. And then the average is just the same thing as those, only it's just it's calculated differently. So you'll look and you'll see the same columns. Now that's same goes for your quizzes and all of them except tests. So what I'll do is, well, actually we don't really need to do anything. We just need to make sure that this calculates all of the items. So we don't need to make a separate one. So, actually no, you just leave that, because that will calculate everything as a total. So it looks like it's in good shape. Just have to make sure if that's shown or not. That always confuses me with the check mark, so I always have to go down and show this column is students, so students will see that total as well. And we'll just go back and see if it shows for the other ones. Otherwise they won't see it. Which would defeat the whole purpose of doing this essentially if you wanted to see them. So that's shown to students as well. it's by default, but I check anyway.
Is there a column for the final current grade?
Yes. Yep. Between the final weighted column and and just the regular total, that both of those are being shown, so everyone will be able to see those. And it looks like that's it. Unless you had any questions, I'm going to stop rolling this video because you probably took